Walk down the street of any major historic city and look closely at the oldest buildings. You will notice an architectural anomaly hiding in plain sight. Half-buried windows completely level with the sidewalk. Grand, massive doors that have been cut off or lead to nowhere. Historians will tell you the streets were simply raised or paved over time, but logic dictates otherwise. Why would master architects design highly detailed windows only to bury them underground? The evidence points to a terrifying global event that history completely erased from our books. They call it the mud flood. Proponents of the mud flood theory suggest that sometime in the mid-19th century, a cataclysmic event swept across the globe. A massive deluge of mud and soil swallowed the first floors of every major city, from New York to Paris to St. Petersburg. The official narrative claims that city planners simply decided to raise the street levels to install sewer systems, burying the ground floors on purpose. But look at the sheer scale of the architecture. You don't build 10-foot-tall, intricately carved wooden doors and beautiful arched windows just to bury them in the dirt a few years later. The truth is, the people in the 1800s didn't build these magnificent structures. They just dug them out. If the people of the 1800s merely inherited and dug out these massive cities, who originally built them? Alternative historians point to a lost, highly advanced global civilization known as the Tartarian Empire. Look at the impossible architecture of government buildings in Washington, D.C., the grand palaces of Europe, and the colossal post offices of Australia. They all share the exact same majestic Greco-Roman design, supposedly built in an era when horse-drawn carts and candlelight were the peak of human technology. The scale is terrifyingly disproportionate. Tartaria wasn't just a country on old maps. It was a worldwide grid of monumental architecture and free energy that was deliberately destroyed, buried in the mud, and scrubbed from our history books. If your global mud flood wiped out the old world, who inherited it? Think back to the empty cities of the 1850s and the endless trains of nameless orphans. Those children didn't build this magnificent world. They were simply placed here to dig it out, claim it as their own, and forget the advanced civilization that came before them. The architecture around you isn't just history. It is a tombstone of a murdered timeline. The evidence is literally buried under your feet. Subscribe to the Vault of Echoes and join us as we unearth the truth they tried to hide. Until next time, keep questioning the narrative.